Hey, it is an early day today. Only had the half day at work, so we're out early. Things started early. See if we pick up any different people. We are live on Sports Card Studios. We got Coco, the Sports Card Pop over there. More Coco, 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 baby. Camera shy. All right, still up for adoption though. All right, so a few things to look at, a few things to talk about. I am wearing my Ghost Crabs jersey. I do like the color on this. Things are rolling here pretty soon with the keys. And it looks like the Terps are just about done. Went to the game last night. Hope to go tomorrow if I can. But did go last night. And they lost. Good game. They lost. And technically not eliminated from pro season yet. Looks like we got some soccer here. But it's going to take a bit to not only do they have to win everything, but a series of things would have to go just right. It's not super likely. So not officially. There she is. Coco. Hey, baby. She wants her brother. So technically not eliminated, but it's coming, I think. Orioles are also maybe technically eliminated by this point. Just too bad. All right, so we got some soccer cards here. And what's interesting is, so this is from the UCC set. We've seen these before. But the UCC Chrome set just came out. And I have gotten into a little bit of that. Just mostly for Spurs at this point. We are playing it a little bit, which is one of the reasons why we're going on early, because we got some other stuff to do this afternoon. Let's see what's in our top loaders here. Ooh, an autograph. Here we go. I must admit I have fallen off my Scottish soccer a little bit. I need to make more of an effort. All right, this guy's at a 150. But Celtic pretty much has that thing wrapped up like they always do. Right, buddy? Coco. Oops, I want that. Right. Speaking of being eliminated, that's some Washington Wizards. You know, I'd say I hate being right, but it feels like everyone knew. And, you know, there are people who are just talking, oh, our luck is so horrible, we're not going to get a good pick. Yeah, it's partially true. But it partially feels like they knew. I didn't know that particular thing would happen. I guess, but their odds of getting pick 6 were like 14%. If I had to bet money on whether the actual odds were more or less than 14%, I would have said higher, because the league's not going to give us a top pick. You know, there's conspiracy theories, and then it feels like it's not a conspiracy theory. It feels like you can't convince me that it was legitimate. And the Wizards falling so low, I mean, that was a 14% chance. But Dallas getting it? I just don't buy it. deep space. I'm not sure it's deep space. It's something. It's actually getting harder to get the Wizards because of Sar there. I call my dog Bubs. And sometimes I call him Bub Carrington. So I was going to talk about jerseys a little bit. I'm wearing my Ghost Crabs. I feel like the next jersey I'm going to get is going to be Maryland Black Bears, especially if they do a year-end jersey auction. Because I did get my season tickets for next year for them. It'd be nice to have a jersey. And I have jerseys of most of the other teams I follow. Don't have a Wizards jersey, though. And I went to 0 games this year. And I don't know that I'll be going to any games in the near future. But they're a local team. I suppose I technically have a UMBC jersey. It's just a giveaway. So anyway, what got me thinking about this was I was looking at the jerseys, trying to think of which one I would want if I did get one. I think I like these ones the best with the red base. And a little bit of blue, a little bit of white. It's not the best picture of it. I think I like this one a little bit less, with what I would call the white base with a little bit of red, a little bit of blue. This one looks good too, though. Mostly blue. The old school ones, I know I showed this picture already, but just look at the jersey. Not so much. So yeah, I think maybe Bears. And this is going to sound like a weird thing to say, but I do have tickets for Maryland football next year. I have nothing to wear. I've got Maryland T-shirts. I've got a Maryland hoodie. The Maryland hoodie is hockey, but it's Maryland, whatever. Let's kind of look at this Maryland Hawaiian shirt I saw. Maybe we'll do that. But I don't have something specifically for football. All right, top loaders. Sar. Pink ice. Blall. Pink ice. Valanciunas. Pink ice. Kuzma. Pink ice. Global Reach. Sar. It's just a regular refractor. Keyshawn George. And it actually has not been easy to get the Wizards lately because of Sar and Blall, I guess. I think mostly Sar has been driving up the cost. We just did Mother's Day, which means Father's Day is coming up. I was asking what I want. Could use a watch. Don't have a watch. Let's go in this direction. So, first look of this year's Phoenix. Got some Ravens. I usually do like the look of Phoenix. So this is our first look. Sour Patch. At this year's Phoenix. Let's see what we got. I should start giving a rating. Should come up with a rating system. All right. Do you see a top loader? Maybe two. We'll start non-top loading. Oh, it is two. All right. Let's have a look. We've got a Kyle Hamilton. So, I do like the Phoenix design. Another Hamilton, a Lamar. It's possible I like the design less than last year. I feel like this is less colorful. I do have the color match. I don't know if that's showing up well on camera, but that looks like Ravens purple making up the background there. Ravens have been cheap lately. A lot of it has been the checklist, just not having a ton of guys like Lamar and Derek here. But so, true fact, I've yet to be to a Ravens game. Maybe this is the year we do something about that. All right, two top loaders. Start with this guy. What are you, Mark Andrews? Refractor. That's it. That's the only change. All right, last one. Zay Flowers. All right, here's some color. Numbered to 10. Okay. So low numbered Zay Flowers. So that's gold. So we're going to set you aside. You might be ahead a week, buddy. All right. So Panini Prospect Edition. They had a spellbound for Enrique Bradfield Jr. So you spell out his names with the cards. So you can see the B, A, D, E, or D, F, I, E, L, D. So we've got everything except for the R. So I've taken 2 more stabs at trying to get the R. And if I don't, I'm just going to use eBay to buy it directly. So 2 more breaks of Elite. Coach firings have started in MLB. So I suppose I'm on watch. But I will be honest. I know I've said this before. I don't think Brendan Hyde necessarily deserves to be fired. I certainly don't want him to be fired. I don't even want Elias to get fired. I just want to start winning again. Firing feels like a punishment, but then whoever comes in is just going to have to clean up the mess anyway. I kind of prefer we just clean up the mess with what we've got. Because high-end Elias did get us to where we've been. Let's figure it out. All right. So I'm looking for an R. You are not an R, but you're pretty cool. There's an A. Got plenty of A's. That's an I. Not good enough. Okay, higher learning. Not bad. Higher learning again. Same card, same card. Mac, I don't think he's with the program anymore. He's gone. All right, 2 top loaders, you feel? Oh, that's an autograph. Keith Lord. I think he's gone now. And one more. Oh, another autograph. Jackson Bellmeister. Not numbered. So 2 autos, but no R, 2 letters. I do have one more pack of Elite. This one feels a little bit thicker. And this will be my official last chance of trying to get that R through a break. And I'm actually feeling a couple of top loaders here. I'll let that doggy out. Yo, my Cocos. You're going to play with your brother? Go play. As per tradition, the Friday show happens right when I get home. Here comes Buddy. Hey, Buddy. Hey, buddy. No. No. Come around. Hey. Give me an R. R. That is the best R I've ever seen. Not even going to log you, buddy. Bradfield. It has been done. Now, I just realized that I was always putting my best of each letter in the binder, but they don't exactly match. So, like that D is a rarer one that I can't really tell, but it's a die cut. And the rest are just like the regular bases. But there we go. We've done it. We have completed the Bradfield. And there's a cat on the keyboard. That is no good. You're going to knock me off the air, buddy. Hey, look. It's an A. Another I. All right. Nice. Button in the face. A primary colors for Bradfield. A status of Mac, numbered to 499. An L for Bradfield. And a higher learning for Mac. But let's not forget, I do have 2 top loaders down here. How many? 4 top loaders. Okay, let's have a look together. Oh, autograph. Who are you? Jake Cunningham. Number? Nope, not numbered. Yeah, news. So the Frederick Keys just announced a new stadium deal to improve Nemo Field, Hargrove Stadium. $2 million investment, bring it up to a higher level of standard. And I saw an article that they expect not this season but next season to have affiliated ball. They mentioned first choice Orioles, second choice Nationals, third choice anyone else, and they think like they can do this. Now they currently own the Ironbirds, and the Ironbirds attendance wise is just not going so well. So most logical thing I would assume is going to happen is next year Ironbirds are in Frederick, and either draft league or ghost towns or someone goes to Aberdeen if they'll take them. And whether there'll be 2 teams in one stadium again, I don't imagine that'll ever happen again. I'm going to hold judgment. Keys aren't going anywhere, meaning the Keys name. So the Aberdeen Ironbirds will become the Frederick Keys again, play in Frederick. The existing Frederick Keys Draft League team, they could become the Aberdeen Ironbirds and play there. Spire City Ghost Hounds, and here's where I was going to withhold judgment. I like the Independent League more than the Draft League. I haven't really given the Draft League a try yet, so we'll do that. But Spire City Ghost Hounds can't go to Aberdeen. I mean, the franchise can. They just can't be called the Spire City Ghost Hounds. And it's been 2 years. I assume they have no players anyway. I assume it'd have to be a rebrand, maybe to the Ironbirds, and off they go there. I think that would be okay. I can't imagine this would happen, but it was in the article. Norfolk Tides, AAA. That would be a huge get for Frederick. Can't imagine it'll happen. I mean, Norfolk is a much bigger city. I don't have any idea how they're doing attendance-wise. Frederick hasn't done great attendance-wise, but they keep changing the teams and have lower-level teams. They do have a good front office. They put on a good presentation. But that would be a huge overachievement if they could land AAA. It was mentioned that I think Harrisburg, one of the Nationals affiliates, could end up down there. That would make sense. I'd take it. A few more top loaders here. It's a better R. It's an R, but it's a die cut, and it's out of 99. Embarrassment of riches. I'll find where it was. I have donated a binder, small binder, of 200 sports cards to Sherwood High School for use with their upcoming golf fundraiser. It'll be online. It'll be part of the golf outing, and you can bid on this set of 200 Orioles cards, or not Orioles. It'll be some Orioles, some Nationals, other local teams. A lot of cool stuff. And benefits Sherwood Athletics, as well as the field hockey team that is near and dear to all of our hearts. All right, found it. So base R goes bye-bye. Upgraded R numbered to 99. You go in. Ta-da. All right. I still even have a top loader left, 2 of them. You are numbered to 200, die cut. And last one, numbered to 60. All right, very cool. We're going to do one more first look. We've got some Bowmans. So first look at Bowman 2025. First year in a while that the Orioles haven't been super expensive because many of their prospects have graduated. I believe this one I'm looking at here was a player vote, player break, and I got 4. A couple Orioles, couple Nationals. Let's have a look. We'll start. I don't have any top loaders, but I have some penny sleeves, so we'll start with the non-penny sleeves. Classic Bowman look, I think. Jackson Holiday. CJ. Steve King. And Sam. You look different. Why do you look different? All right. Those are our base cards. Penny sleeves. We got a Seaver King. Doesn't look any different. Oh, Bowman Chrome Prospect. Same deal. Seaver King is top 100. Number 73. Basayo at number 5. A VIP, Sam Basayo. A Bowman Chrome Prospect, Sam Basayo. And 2 more of the same thing. So look pretty decent. Nothing insane, of course. Bowman can get stupid expensive because of the super crazy cards you can pull in them. All right. Some more Orioles. Sugano. Seen it. Okay, you're new. First Bowman, Garcia. And Adley. Seen that. A Gunner. And a couple of top loaders. Holidays, open all year cards. That's cool, at least. And a Kobe Mayo refractor. All right, let's main event this. We've got some baseball national treasures. As usual, not very many cards. I think the entire case is like 40 cards. So you pick your players and hope they hit. So it looks like I got maybe a card or 2. Maybe one, maybe one. Yeah, 1 card, maybe. All right, here are the players I got. Elijah Green, Yolanda Morales, Mariano Rivera, Jordan Westbrook, Silas Hardaway, Alex Clemente, Brooks Robinson, Chance McDermott, Adam Jones. So I got all those people: Paul O'Neill, Jose Canseco, Jim Palmer. So it's like 10 people. We hit on one of them. Let's see what we got. Chance McDermott, Baltimore Orioles. Triple patch. So that is the way you play the premium code game. Number 299. There we go. All right. Been on here for half an hour now. Call it a day. We'll be back on Sunday. Again, don't know exactly when. Might get to a game tomorrow. We'll see. But that's going to do it for me. See you guys.